Some jobs have inherent safety hazards. Construction workers, Caltrans workers, porn stars. Porn stars. Clearly, the risk for disease among adult actors is high, and the California OSHA wants to do something about it. They met today at the Caltrans building, ironically, to explore whether condoms should be mandatory in the adult film industry. Dozens have tested positive for HIV in recent years. The porn stars don't want condoms, but Cal OSHA may require them. Should the Health Administration be forcing porn stars to wear condoms, or should they keep their hands to themselves on this issue, Megan?
Yeah, I think that that OSHA has every right to enforce the rules and the laws that in regards to safety and health. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. If there's been an increase in sexually transmitted diseases or HIV, life-threatening diseases, by all means. If you look at any assembly line worker in California or any person that works behind the counter at a yogurt shop, for example, or a dentist, they have to wear latex gloves. So I really don't see much of a difference. They are in a very high-risk industry. They are in an industry which promotes multiple partners and all of the factors that go into promoting and spreading disease. So OSHA perhaps needs to step in and require this business, this industry, which is a very lucrative industry, to take necessary precautions to, what I hate to say, but play safe.
Yeah, okay, play safe, but don't you think they could police themselves? Do they need...
Well, obviously they can't.
Well, they haven't, but shouldn't
Right.
they be the ones required to do so?
Well, perhaps, and I think right after, I don't know if you remember, but right after the big AIDS outbreak, I remember that there was some news in the porn industry that more and more porn was being produced with condoms and they were trying to take, Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I think it's gone away because, just as everything else does, memories are short and they forget that AIDS really still is an epidemic and they get a little bit lax in their enforcement. So, perhaps the porn industry, based on this, quote unquote, threat by OSHA, will take the steps like it had before in the past to enforce safe sex. And if they don't, then I don't see the reason why OSHA can't, just like they do with any other business, to really enforce safety precautions and health precautions, especially when it comes to life-threatening diseases and illnesses like AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases.
All right, we're going to move from the porn industry to love. And wouldn't you love to meet someone and fall in love based on 29 dimensions of compatibility? The perfect match could be waiting for you on Match.com. Then again, it could end up being a nightmare. There are countless stories of criminals and convicts meeting unsuspecting victims online. Then again, there are plenty more stories of perfectly happy people meeting online, and many of them end up getting married. But for the times it goes wrong, the times when a criminal preys on an unsuspecting person, many are wondering, should online dating sites be required to do background checks? What do you think, Megan?
Wow, we've covered the map and we're gone from porn to love, like you said. But, I think that the online gaming site, online, dating sites, have an opportunity here to maybe gather another revenue stream and say, hey, if you want us to perform these background checks, you're going to pay a little bit more for your membership. Right now, I don't know. I looked up, I think Match.com is 3 months free and $9.99 a month or something like that. Maybe they raise their rates a little bit to ensure that they are providing the proper screening for potential matches.
Yeah, but do people
this might be an opportunity for them.
But do people want their information floating around? I guess if you're going to date somebody, you'd like to know about them and know about their history and their past. But is it a good idea for Match.com or eHarmony or any of the dating websites to possess that type of information and make it public?
Like I said, it might be a selling point. And, if you have nothing to hide, then what's the problem?
Right.
I guess if I was on one of these sites and I was looking, I would want to make sure that I was looking at people that hadn't murdered 4 people back in 1971, So I would want to make sure that there was a screening process in place. And I don't really see the harm in it. And again, if Match.com or eHarmony or these other sites looked at this as perhaps an opportunity to increase their revenues and charge a little bit more by promoting and marketing the fact that they have a safe and screened clientele. So this might be actually not a negative for the online dating industry. It might actually be a win for them, and they might be able to make some money off of it. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe what they could do, or any of these dating sites could do, is when you apply, and I've never been on one, but I guess when you apply and you register, you check. Do you only want to deal with people that have had a background check, or open it up? And at that point, I guess,
Yeah, and then you give options to the clients, and maybe they can have like a staggered way that they charge clients. If you want just any Mo, Dick, or Harry, then you pay $9.99. If you want somebody that we've screened, you pay $15.99 or something like that. So
not a bad idea. All right, Megan, well done. Good job tonight.
Hey, Fred. Hey, thanks. It was a blast.
Talk to you again soon.